Hi everyone, it's Miriam Ortiz y Pino here. Just getting ready to go live here. We've got the recording started. I've got the page going. All right. So again, I'm Miriam Ortiz y Pino, certified professional organizer and simplicity expert, and I am here with another More Than Organized Monday with another holiday tip since we're in the holiday arena right now. I thought I would go over some cookie baking things because that's something I will be doing here shortly, and thought that it would help a lot of you understand how to make it more efficient and effective to have a holiday baking situation set up and be able to use it as the ritual for your holiday chore ritual. You can use it a couple different ways. But I've recently updated my holiday blog post on the website, so go check it out as well, morethanorganized.net/blog. There's a new blog there on all the holiday tips I like to give. But I'm going to go backwards in time a little bit, and I think I'm going to go ahead and read the previous version of the holiday baking blog just to give you an idea of where we start, and I will check in, and if any of you are on joining me on the Facebook Live, go ahead and chime in with some questions or some love, and looks like I've got a couple people coming on, so help me out and we'll share and see what all's happening there. Sorry, I've got a little glitch going on the feed. I bet it's Cyber Monday. I bet it's really slow. But anyway, I love that you're here sharing and joining me. I've got people on, so feel free to share some love and share this with all your friends. Sorry, I feel a little bit like I'm having a hard time getting going today, but it's Monday after Thanksgiving and the holidays, they're upon us, and it's very exciting, but at the same time, I've got a lot to do. How about you? All right, so let me just read this, and then I'll elaborate a bit as I go through it. So I'm getting ready to bake Bizcochitos. For those of you that are not from New Mexico, they are traditional Christmas cookies, and they're almost indescribable. They're a little bit like shortbread, but better, with anise and cinnamon. And these are the kind of cookies that many people attempt, but very few have mastered. And local families keep the recipe close, and even under lock and key in some situations. People have competitions, there's contests, we all get really into it. In my family, I'm the one that has one of those recipes. Grandma had a secret, y'all. The version on the index card with the smears on it, that's the one that Louise has. It's not the one that Grandma actually used. That's the safe version, the one Louise has. It's the safe version. I have the dangerous and extra yummy version, and I no longer make any other cookies because it's more effective and efficient to make just one. I picked the kind and learned from a master, and then I added my own twist to it. And it saves me so much time, and it makes it so fun to make my cookies. People email me for months in advance to get on the list, and a few friends have claimed not to like them, but they're not from around here, so I'm not sure I believe them. Needless to say, I've created a whole ritual on how I bake the cookies. It's a system that ensures the cookies are amazing, they are on time, and it doesn't create any extra stress during the busy holiday Christmas week. There's 5 things you need to do to bake cookies, and you can apply these to whatever cookies you bake, whatever kinds you want to try, but I recommend picking 1 to 3 and specializing because you're going to get much better at it, more efficient, more effective, and you're going to have a lot more fun too. So when your baking adventure begins, number 1, pick just 1 to 3 to focus on. I make the Bizcochitos, my friend Dawn makes the toffee, and we're known for them. And it creates consistent concoction because we specialize. It gets more consistent and you have a better result. It's easier to set up the assembly line when you don't have to retool between batches as well. So sometimes people bake a lot of different kinds of cookies for Christmas, and you have to reset everything between each batch. But if you just do one and do more of it, you get better at it and it becomes faster. Number two, because I specialize and I know exactly what I'm making, I use the same utensils. The bowls, the rolling pins, the canisters, the cookie sheets. I've used the same ones for many years. So familiarity with your tools creates muscle memory, and you can adjust when something doesn't feel quite right. And you can get faster because knowing that particular spatula doesn't get stuck in the mixer is really handy. I don't know if you've ever done that, but you're scooping along with the rubber spatula and it gets sucked into the mixer. It's hard. It's terrible. It can cause many extra minutes when you have to clean up all the batter from the wall when that happens. So you want to use the right tools, people. Use the right tools. It also helps that you will be rotating your ingredients. If you're making the same thing, you don't end up with some weird random ingredient that you haven't used in 3 years and then you go to use it and it's no longer good. When you don't keep up with the baking powder, it expires and then you end up with a batch of crackers instead of cookies. I know it happened once and never again. So know that by using the same method over and over year after year, you are rotating your ingredients so that they stay fresher and you get a better result as well. I also use the mise en scene method, which is where you pre-measure all the ingredients into little containers so that you can just empty them into the bowl in the right order. You pre-measure, and then once the process starts, it's easy to keep track of your place and get the right amounts in the bowl. Fewer mistakes equals less frustration, and it's much easier to just remeasure 6 cups of flour without the flour and the baking powder and the salt and all the other things that go into the flour mixture ahead of time. And that way you don't get interrupted too late in the process. You know exactly how many cups of flour you've got going on in the bowl. I also, on the other end, so I use a large container to hold the results, the end result. And then I make my gift boxes and tins from the large batch. So I have this one giant Rubbermaid food storage container that all, usually ends up around 12 dozen cookies or more, end up in the one giant container. And that way, when I have to go on the fly to a quick event, I have something I can take. I can create a little plate or a little tin from the large box. Instead of pre-sorting the cookies into the small boxes, they're more likely to go a little bit stale when they've been separated with a lot more air surrounding them and stuff over the week or so of the holidays. So if you have one big batch and you create them small as you go, you'd get a much better flavor out of your cookies as well. And these particular cookies, the Bisco Cheetos I make, they need to season a day or so. They don't taste very good right out of the oven. You gotta let them sit for a minute. So you wanna keep them in an airtight container until you actually need them. All right, so I've also found that it helps when you're doing your baking to put on some music, maybe light a few candles. Holiday music is always great, although you could do some more energetic music if you want as well. I pour a glass of wine or an eggnog, and if anyone wants to come help me, they have to sit on the table and just chat and keep me company. They don't get to see this secret recipe, but they can spend the time with me. So there is ritual involved. I do it in the same way on the same date. I just picked the winter solstice because it seemed like a fun way to add some magic to my cookies, but you can do it whenever you want. Just pick kind of the same consistent day and time and maybe group of people that help you out. As my niece and nephew are growing up, we're also adding a sugar cookie night to the mix so that we can do a little baking with them and enjoy that. But that's the extent of it. It's not that complicated. It's just one night, get the cookies done, have some fun and friends while you're doing it. Okay, so what do you think? How's it going? You enjoying the video? Anyone have any comments? Let's see if I can pull it up on the other page so I can actually see what we've got going on. I've got some weird things going on with Facebook today. it doesn't want to find my page for me. It's very weird. Huh. I don't know. I think there's too many things flying around the data channels here. It's doesn't seem to want to go over there. All right, let's check it on the phone. See what we've got. This technology, it's so fun. We're getting lots of stuff. All right, got some people have been on and off. Some love has come. All right. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for coming by. Leave any comments if you want. There's lots of free tips and tricks, bunch about holidays over on the website, morethanorganized.net/blog, and you will find the latest, everything you need to simplify your holidays. But I wanted to elaborate a little bit on the cookie baking since some people have been mentioning they're going to be baking the next week or so. I wait till a little bit closer to Christmas, but whatever you need to do to get your parties covered. All right, thanks for joining me today. Have a very happy week after Thanksgiving and transitioning into the Christmas festivities and all the other holidays. I don't know, maybe you celebrate the spaghetti monster. Who knows these days? Anyway, have fun. Thanks for joining me. Join me here again next Monday for another More Than Organized Monday.